Hey, I felt kind of like I needed to make this video because there's a lot of weird stuff going on in the world right now, and I think that we need to talk about it. Now, here's the thing: me making this video puts me on a very strange plane in my mind because how is it going to be received? How is it going to be this? Am I being too sensitive? That's one of the problems with the world going on. We're gaslit. We're gaslit to not talk about things, about our emotions. We're taught to bury things and deal with it ourselves. So me doing this is me facing fears. So if anyone ever says fear love, this is love, not fear, not letting go. This is real shit. This is I think brave, but maybe my insecurities are letting go. And oh no, guess what? It's the insecurities. Letting go means I'm egotistical. We have some serious issues in our society. We have some serious narcissistic pandemic traits. I like to call this time period the narcissistic pandemic. It's a hot mess. It's a lot of these new age ways of healing are being passed around, and it's deeply toxic. Like, we are being indoctrinated to isolate and alienate everybody to heal by themselves. We are abandoning everybody, friends, family. We're abandoning them to say, you gotta want to do it on your own. It's like, and sometimes people do need to do it on their own, but sometimes they just need a helping hand, a shoulder to cry on. And maybe it's not them that need to let go. Maybe it's the other person's ego that needs to let go. And we have that mixed up so bad. So bad. It's causing a lot of suicide, a lot of helplessness, and we're all responsible. The whole thing where we say you need to go do this alone is wrong. We're not meant to be alone as a species. We're not alone species. We are communal. But we've been taught to throw away our community because they're toxic, because they're a burden. Being heavy, talking about things is a burden because it makes other people feel things, and that's toxic. Making someone else feel something is toxic, right? Instead of bringing it up. Now, there's a point where there's repeating and this and this and that and this and that, and sometimes there are things that are just too much. It's okay. But sometimes you just got to change the way you talk about things. Or maybe if they want to be a part of your life, maybe there's something like a different kind of communication skill that you guys can both work on. There's all different kinds of things. We just are in a throwaway society right now. We just throw away people, like relationships that we've had for our whole entire lives. And people are like, well, yeah, people walk in and out of your life as they, come and go. And that's just the way life is. It's like, yes. And that's also a really toxic way to look at things because you're not resolving anything. You're just expecting to be disappointed in every fulfillment instead of taking accountability and like maybe seeing in your own light what you've done wrong. I know I've done a lot of wrong, and I know that I've done a lot of apologizing, and I'm always going to continue to do more. But we have such bad coping skills on how to deal with emotions. We attack, and it's such a negative thing. It's you know, that how are we supposed to move forward when you pretty much run from the very thing that you came from? You know, if you're gonna you can't just leave your past behind you. You know, it's, yet you don't want to reminisce and dwell and dwell and dwell. You want to move forward. You want to heal. But when you just like throw it away, you don't heal. You just repeat. You're not actually learning anything. You're just running from yourself, because you are a part of the past. Not just a person, not just a moment or a time or a place. You are a part of your own past, and that resonates, and it all creates a frequency that will come back to you. It is something that is resonance to global movements. It is part of the universe. It is part of us all. And when you have a person that might have bad vibes, you don't just push them away. You know, like you can have boundaries, and that's another thing, is there's boundaries and then there's toxic boundaries. The toxic boundaries are, this person is making me feel a certain way, and I told them not to make me feel a certain way, so now I'm going to discard them. I see a lot of that. It's absolutely asinine. Like, I'm watching the world die. And a lot of people aren't going to make it, because we have this really bad imprint of what healing is. You know, if someone comes in and like needs healing help, and everyone's like, "You're bringing us down, man. You're low vibration, brah. Hella nar. Why would you do that? You know, you're too heavy." That's wrong. Everybody else who feels that that's heavy maybe can come together, raise their vibrancy, raises theirs, making a whole. We together make wholes. The toxic trait is that we ourselves can be whole. That's not real. We are companion. Just like when you take a dolphin and isolate it. Doesn't do very well. You take meerkats, you isolate them. They don't do very well. You take rats, you isolate them. They don't do very well. You take people and isolate them. They don't do very well. We need each other. Don't abandon your friends. Don't walk away from your low vibrations, depressed friend. Learn yourself while helping your friend. You might save somebody's life. Seriously. Instead of gossiping on Facebook or talking shit or telling someone to go fuck themselves. Yeah, we do that a lot when we don't want to hear how we might have affected somebody. We usually attack it. When you finally catch yourself attacking somebody, that's you. That's a reflection of you. When you're angry and you're spewing, that's a reflection of yourself. Things you don't want to see or feel. Guilt is a big one. You might feel guilty how you treated this person. Instead of taking accountability, you deflect that out as to something they did to you. I should know this one. I'm a doctor. We are all accountable for this. I've been there, done it. You have too. We all have projected, deflected, absorbed But the thing is right now we're in such a catastrophic crisis right now that we need compassion. Heart chakra, we need to open it. We need to not focus compassion just on self-compassion. That is the absolute worst thing we can do as a whole. You need self-love. Self-love isn't isolating other people or putting off our responsibility for each other, because we are responsible for each other. We are. Your brother's down, you pick them up. Your friend's down, you pick them up. If they hurt you, forgive them. If they continue to hurt you, it doesn't mean you need to tolerate it. But still, deep down, forgive them. Find out through your own scope of things why this person might act that way. What in their life have they learned that makes them who they are? Because some people can't unlearn things. Some people can't unlearn their behaviors or habits, and everything is just a learned behavior. Everything is just a learned behavior. Not so much good or evil, just learned behavior. Whether you learned it yourself or you learned it from your parents, you learned it from the generational traumas of your past, or it's the time has come for us to take accountability for ourselves instead of just projecting our own self-healing runaways as reasons why we abuse each other. Because right now everything is changing and shifting, and the only thing we have is each other. Nothing else. All the money in the world, the only thing, me and you. That's it. Love thy neighbor. Love your children. Love your friends. Love your family. Whatever family is considered to you. If you have nobody, I suggest everyone go out and look for you. Look for that person. Because you'll find yourself within them. You can find yourself in anybody. It's important to do that. You find yourself in other people to heal yourself. That's compassion. That's love.